Greetings. I am the Chosen, and welcome to a very treacherous, special episode of Bellerby. This episode of this show will test you on whether or not you are knowledgeable enough to be a Chosen yourself. These 3 applicants who have shown up here today will be testing themselves on several categories.
I'm sorry.
The first requirement to becoming a Chosen is to be frickin' serious.
This happens to me every time we do a Chosen video. I lose it. Okay.
In order to become Chosen, you must prove yourself knowledgeable in 5 different categories. Number 1, the tool belt. This has to do with items that a Chosen carries on themselves every single day. Level Up is all about video games, something Chosens must be incredibly knowledgeable about. The Lore Master. This has to do primarily with internet lore and internet history. Chosens have been there to fight every battle known to the internet, so you must be aware of it all. Show me your moves. This is all about well-known karate and other types of martial arts moves, or moves in video games and other things. Chosens must be mixed martial artists, even in mythical and fantastical types of fighting. Enter the Chosen is all about movies. Chosens must be incredibly knowledgeable of different types of storytelling, primarily movies. I'm not even looking at any of you right now.
What are you looking at?
That's what's crazy. You don't know where I'm looking.
The future.
Let's introduce our competitors and see why they have chosen to apply to become Chosen. All right, at the end there, Courtney.
Oh, me first. Hello, I'm Courtney. I think I am a Chosen because I slapped you in the face one time.
Whoa.
And you couldn't deflect it.
Whoa.
So.
Okay, well, I was blindfolded, and I also did know, and
I had a
wanted to
force
give you.
field.
I wanted to give you some confidence, so
Okay.
if we did it again, you would not be able to hit me in the face.
Oh, okay.
All right, next up.
I am Trevor, and I think that I can be a Chosen because I'm taller than you.
Okay.
Worst center of gravity.
Yeah.
Push him over.
All right. Finally.
Hello, I'm Chance, and I'm a different type of Chosen, and I am here to prove that today.
Different type.
Yeah, fat bitch.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it wasn't me. Keep it in.
me.
Don't let them in.
All right. What was the last video game all of you played?
Fallout 4.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky.
Overwatch 2.
All right, Trevor, you will begin. That was somehow the most Chosen answer you could have given.
I was playing it 20 minutes ago.
Whoa.
Playing video games while at work. Incredibly Chosen. All right, pick your category.
The Lore Master for 100.
Whoa, starting right in the middle.
Bold move.
Well,
According to NoFap, what happens when one does not fap for an extended period of time? Courtney.
you reach nirvana and you have a higher level of consciousness.
I will accept that answer. One will receive mental and physical health benefits,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah.
Nirvana is one of them.
I don't know why. I don't know why I know that.
Do you want to pick a category?
Oh. Level up for 50, please.
In Kirby, what is the name of the signature move that allows Kirby to assume the characteristics of his victims? Chance.
Suction. Suction mouth. Suction mouth. What that mouth do?
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
You're
Whoa.
aware it's inhale, but
Yeah. Suction.
same effect. You gave us the visual.
What were you gonna say?
I didn't actually know that it was just called inhale.
I was
thought it
gonna say big suck time.
Big
Okay.
suck time is good too.
Okay.
All right, Chance.
Let's go. Show me your moves. 50.
What is the name of the maneuver when an airplane spins 360 degrees?
That would be a barrel roll.
That is correct.
Wow.
You gotta listen to your co-pilots in Star Fox.
The Lore Master for 50.
The console wars we know today was originally started by which two gaming companies as part of a marketing ploy? Chance.
Nintendo and Sega?
That is correct.
Whoa! That was unironically chosen.
That was extremely chosen of you.
Hell yeah.
You may pick a category.
Woo! Let's keep going. Show me your moves. 100.
According to urban legend, punching someone in the armpit will cause them to do what? Courtney.
Shit themselves.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes!
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's true. I did it to my cousin.
Yes!
He had to leave the family gathering early. Super embarrassing for him, but he tested me.
You know the movie Hot Rod?
Yeah.
He's a chosen.
Extremely
And he
chosen.
did
Yeah.
that.
Rod? Yeah.
Rod is a chosen.
Rod Kimball.
All right, Courtney.
Enter the chosen for 50, please.
In the movie Blade, Wesley Snipes plays Blade, a half-human, half-vampire. What is the canon term for this condition? Chance.
Daywalker.
That is correct.
Hot.
Very well done.
Extremely chosen.
Show me your moves. 150.
The martial arts move that requires a fighter to twist their body while both legs are lifted off the ground shares its name with what flying creature? Chance.
I was gonna say roundhouse kick, but I buzzed too early.
Not a roundhouse kick. Courtney.
Soaring eagle.
It is not the soaring eagle. That is an illegal move that will perform. She might open up a portal.
Okay.
Whoa.
Trevor.
Falcon
Punch. Falcon punch. Falcon punch. Say
punch.
it. Say it.
Falcon punch.
It's not the falcon.
Can you give us it one more time? Can you give us it one more time?
Yeah.
All right, we can give you one more chance.
Riddler ass bitch.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. That wasn't me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Oh my God. He's the pennant staring me. Pay for your sins.
Pay attention.
Sorry.
The martial arts move that requires a fighter to twist their body while both legs are lifted off the ground shares its name with what flying creature?
A grasshopper?
No, it is not a grasshopper.
I would call the move the Dutch oven, though, I think.
Bro.
No, a Dutch oven is when Superman throws his cape around someone and then farts.
Okay.
Killing them immediately.
Yeah. Killing them. Yeah, the blast of his fart. No. I don't know.
Any of you know? The answer is butterfly kick.
Whoa, like the knife!
Oh, like Darth Maul?
The knife!
Got it.
So is that the move that Black Widow does?
Sure.
Where she gets up on him and then she goes like this?
No.
No, that's a different thing. That's a different type of.
It's so hot.
It is so hot.
Chance, pick again.
The tool belt for 50.
On what side of the body is the katana traditionally worn?
Left?
Correct.
Nice.
Yes.
That would be super friggin' embarrassing.
Yeah, it would.
Oh my
All
God,
right,
imagine.
Trevor, go ahead.
Let's do the tool belt for 100.
The first Beyblades were released during July of what year? Trevor,
2002.
Courtney,
91.
no, not 91. Chance,
2001.
no, not 2001.
Okay.
One more round. Trevor,
2004.
no,
2003.
no,
2000.
no,
2005.
no, you guys are
2009.
1998.
kind of embarrassing. It was 1999. You said every single year.
The year I was
Oh my God, the year before the world almost ended.
You entered this world the same time as Beyblades. Pretty epic.
So true. Did that on purpose.
Incredible.
He came out the womb spinning.
Doctor got knocked out.
I was like, oh shit!
He's trying to spank the baby.
All right.
Level up 100.
What was the first mainstream Legend of Zelda game that featured voice acting? Courtney?
Ocarina of Time.
That is correct.
Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Yes! Thank you.
No, I'm still haunted by.
Listen! Mom!
That's a different. That's
Mom!
a different game.
Hi!
That's Breath of the Wild. You're doing a different thing.
What's the one with the big women?
That's Breath of the Wild.
I like that one.
Why? Oh my god.
What? And Link has to go in drag? I love that shit.
Oh my god, it's so good. I
love that.
It's so good.
All right, Courtney.
Oh yeah. Let's do Enter the Chosen for 100, please. Chosen.
In 1994's The Crow, what is the job of Eric Draven before he dies and is resurrected as the Crow? Chance.
Shit, is he a gravedigger?
He is not a gravedigger. Trevor.
Bartender.
No.
Students.
No. You have disappointed me all on this
Yeah.
day. That's okay. He's a rock musician. Have you not seen The Crow?
I've seen it.
I've not seen The Crow.
Oh, The Crow is freaking sick.
My middle school theater teacher was in it, and she would never let us forget it. She was just in the background, but we would always talk about it.
Those are awesome.
Yeah,
I love
it's
teachers like that.
freaking
Me too.
sick, dude.
And I was like, yeah, that's you.
Crow is pretty much essential watching if you want to be a Chosen. So
Are they doing like a remake of The Crow?
Bill
Bill Skarsgård?
I guess it could be cool. All right, let's get a point check-in.
You're starting to sound like Solid Snake a little bit.
Let's get a point check-in. Courtney, you have 300 points.
Whoa. Okay.
Trevor, you have 100 points.
Crap!
Whoa.
Chance, you have 150 points.
Okay.
It's basically anyone's game. And now the points start to get higher and more intense. Courtney, you may pick a category.
Okay, let's do Level Up for 150, please.
What are the names of the legendary Pokemon players can encounter in Pokemon Gold and Silver? Let's ask the guy who was playing Pokemon 20 minutes ago.
That would be Lugia and Ho-Oh.
That is correct.
Wow.
There you go.
Thank you.
He knows food and Poke.
Yeah, I know Pokemon.
Okay.
All right, Trevor, go ahead.
Let's do Enter the Chosen for 150.
What is the meaning of the red pill and the blue pill in the Matrix? Chance.
The one lets you see the truth, which wakes you up to the real world, it's machines, and the other one lets you stay in the simulation.
That is correct.
Yes, nice.
We'll take that, yes. Continue living in blissful ignorance or accept a potentially unsettling truth / reality. Very good.
Red pill is when you start to have questionable political views.
I'll never forgive them for bastardizing one of the greatest fictional tropes ever.
Yeah, pretty brutal.
All right, Chance.
Let's go the tool belt, 150.
This Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell card has not only been banned from tournaments, but is also a widely popular internet meme. What is the name of this card?
Dark Magician.
That's not a spell card. Trevor.
Pot of Greed.
It is in fact Pot of Greed.
Wow.
What does it do?
It lets you draw 2 extra cards.
Yeah.
Why is
We
it
have
so
a bunch
bad?
of Pot of Greed.
Because you can keep on playing and then you can draw your entire deck.
Yeah, there's
Saw it
a
happen
video where
once in real
someone
life.
kept doing it and made the other person on the game so mad.
Yeah.
He's also got a funny face.
Hey.
Okay, Trevor.
Enter the Chosen for 200.
In 2007's The Bucket List, corporate billionaire Edward Cole and working class mechanic Carter Chambers have one thing in common. What is it? Chance.
They're dying, and they have a bucket list to fulfill before they die.
That is correct.
Oh.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Chance.
Yes.
You may pick a category.
The Lore Master, 150.
The infamous Corrupted Blood Massacre caused online players and NPCs to die thanks to a debuff that was accidentally spread by pets and minions. In what game did this massacre take place? Trevor.
World of Warcraft.
Were you there? Yeah.
Are you having flashbacks?
Come back to us, Chosen.
We lost a lot of good men that day. F***ing awful. All right, Trevor, go ahead.
The Tool Belt for 200.
In 2001, the world was forever changed. Nintendo released the Game Boy Advance. Name 3 of the original 6 colors the Game Boy Advance released in. Courtney.
Blue, silver, black.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Chance.
There was definitely a red. There was a red. There has to be a gray. Did you just do that? Red, gray.
I said blue. I said, yeah.
Red, gray, and I'm gonna go with yellow.
Incorrect. Trevor.
Red, silver, and purple.
No. I think you're all thinking of the regular Game Boy Color and not the Game Boy Advance. There was Arctic, which was white, Black, indigo, fuchsia, which was a translucent pink, glacier, a translucent blue, which is the one I have, and orange, but that was only in Japan.
Oh my god, those are so slay!
Those are very slay, and I don't think I remember them.
They are slay, just
Dang,
like
I
Buffy.
was thinking of the flapper. My flip phone Game Boy where I played Shrek 2.
Trevor, you may pick again.
Level up 200.
In Hideo Kojima's Metal Gear Solid, enemy Psycho Mantis breaks the fourth wall by performing what action? Courtney.
A wink.
What?
She's saying that they wink at the.
They wink at the camera.
No. Chance?
Do they shoot the camera and break the glass or some shit?
Oh,
No.
yeah. Oh.
That'd be cool though.
You guys are severely underestimating Hideo Kojima. Hideo Kojima's ingenious was far beyond a wink to the camera.
Does just deliver a monologue to the player?
No.
Oh! Was when he put his name in a level?
No.
She fart and like splatter the screen.
No. In the middle of the boss fight, Psycho Mantis would read the player's memory card and comment on the other games that you were playing on your PlayStation. It was freaking crazy. He'd be like, I see you're playing Castlevania. And then he would talk some
I was
shit.
just thinking Trevor Belmont. I was gonna make a sleigh joke with Trevor.
Yeah.
Weird that you said that.
It's
That's
freaking
crazy. Are you
reading
freaking
my memory
epic.
card?
And the only way to defeat him is by switching the memory card into the other port, or else he can see all your moves coming.
No, what? No.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not kidding.
That's crazy!
That's next level
That's crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's the
Hideo
the
Kojima
chosen.
is, yeah.
Sounds like he's the original chosen.
Freaking, yeah. All right, Trevor.
The Lore Master 200.
Maybe you guys will get one of these days. What is the name of the first Flash website that utilized an automated submission system and was home to such classics as The Ultimate Showdown, Metal Gear Awesome, Happy Wheels, and Friday Night Funkin'? Courtney.
Addictinggames.com?
Was not addictinggames.com. Although I myself enjoyed a little bit of kitty canon sometimes. Chance, Trevor,
Live.smosh.com.
there's nothing happening over there by this point.
Oh, okay. Then no ma.
Really?
UltimateShowdown.com.
No. Metal Gear Awesome by Ego Raptor, and then Happy Wheels was a game you could play there. And,
Oh.
right, Courtney?
I was gonna say
Or-
YouTube.
No. Chance?
Hey, what?
You guys are about to be so sad. The answer is Newgrounds.com. You don't know Newgrounds? What?
This is so chosen of you right now.
This is like tragically
Yeah.
chosen.
Crazy.
Yeah.
How do you not know Newgrounds? That's freaking embarrassing.
I chose to get laid instead. Just kidding. I was like,
Get on.
15.
Yeah, I was busy fapping my boner.
Well, you're lost. All right, well, Trevor,
I'm gonna go with Show Me Your Moves for 200 chosen.
here is your last chance. Name a finishing move from Mortal Kombat. I have the list of moves here.
oh my
Shoot.
About.
Chance?
So my gut's being like, get over here. But I'm gonna go with something like generic, like tidal wave.
I have one.
Tidal wave. I do not see tidal wave here. No tidal wave. Okay, Courtney?
Wait, he pushed before.
Oh, Trevor?
Something like Skull Piercer.
Skull piercer, that sounds sick as hell. I'm not seeing a skull piercer here.
Shoot.
No skull piercer. Courtney?
Katana's Kiss.
Katana's Kiss.
She
Sounds-
just, and then
Interesting, okay.
it's very old.
You don't need to name the character, just a move.
Okay.
A finishing move from Mortal Kombat. And you know what? Because you guys have not gotten any points in so long, Courtney, I'm going to give it to you because Sonya Blade has the Kiss of Death.
Whoa, the kiss!
Oh, Katana has Kiss of Death in Mortal Kombat 2.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, Sonya has Kiss of Death in Mortal Kombat, the OG. Katana has Kiss of Death. So actually, Courtney, you freaking nailed that.
Nice,
Nice.
Courtney.
Way to go.
And they're not seeing tidal wave on there, or?
Not seeing. There is. Rain has the Red Sea.
Okay, that's a good
Same.
name.
Good name.
Courtney will give you those points.
Yes!
Good job, Court.
Oh, nice work.
Finish it!
And now, it is time for final chosen Jeopardy.
Oh God, I forgot that happened in this video.
Are you ready?
What do we do?
You'll see.
Okay.
All right, before we begin final Jeopardy chosen, we will get a quick point check-in. Courtney, you have 500 points.
Whoa.
Trevor, you have 550 points.
Whoa.
God.
And Chance, you have 500 points.
Oh my God!
God. That's insane.
This is
Whoa.
frickin' neck and neck.
Okay.
All right, final Jeopardy. Write down 5 famous people who are chosen. You will reveal this list to me, and I will determine whether these people are or are not chosen.
Are they ranked?
They don't have to be ranked. They just all have to
Okay.
be chosen. But they'll probably get like 100 points per chosen. And if you put someone who's like extremely frickin' chosen, I might give you more points, if necessary. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
You may begin writing down your chosens. There's many chosens I can think of off the top of my head. There's a lot of them, but there's specific criteria to be a chosen. But it differs massively.
It has to be real people?
Real people.
We shouldn't put down ones that we've already talked about.
Yeah, okay. Hideo Kojima cannot be put down.
Okay.
All right. And the real people.
Real people. Real chosens. Chance,
Yep.
we will begin with you.
Okay. My answers. I have answered Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Interesting.
Moses, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Okay.
Oh, I wrote it twice, but this one is Keanu Reeves
Yes.
and Reese Witherspoon.
Okay.
You sound confused.
Explain Reese Witherspoon.
No scandals. Is a star in everything that she's in. Is iconic in everything she's in. It's just playing herself, and she plays good people in almost everything she's in, which means it's a reflection of herself always. She's she's a family woman.
Okay. There are a lot of good people who are not chosen. Being a good person does not equal being chosen necessarily.
Well, I don't see a lot of people going to Harvard Law.
Elle Woods.
Yeah.
Okay, Keanu Reeves, obviously.
Yeah.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I will accept.
I would hope so.
Yes.
Chosen in a court of men, fighting until death had to take her out of her position. Yeah,
true.
bitch, she's chosen.
Nice, nice,
Moses?
He was born into the privilege. He said, I don't even need this. I'm gonna leave it. Then I'm gonna work on myself. Then I'm gonna come back, free all my people as a precursor to the ultimate chosen, Jesus. He doesn't get enough. He's a prequel and he doesn't get enough credit. Crossing an ocean with a staff. He has a boa staff that he.
That is pretty
He
cool.
was, he led God's chosen people, so.
Whoa, chosen of the chosens.
Since you all are so close in points, I'm simply going to determine the winner based off of your team.
Great.
That seems fair in this situation.
Dream blunt rotation.
Trevor?
I have picked for my team Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves, Daniel Radcliffe,
Nice.
Jet Li,
Okay.
and Jerma.
Yeah.
Holy
Whoa.
shit. That's a reference. God damn.
Our legend.
Yeah. True. Interesting. All right, moving on. Courtney.
Okay. I put Keanu Reeves,
Whoa.
Mark Hamill,
Nice.
Spencer Agnew, Nicolas Cage, Zack Snyder, and Tom Cruise.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Cruises.
Ah.
You can only have 5, though. You must eliminate one of your chosen.
Oh, frick. Well, okay, if we're talking famous, I mean, he's famous in my heart, but
Wow.
Damn.
Brutal.
I'll take him out.
I would have eliminated
Wow.
Zack Snyder.
What do you
I would've
mean?
too.
He's
Personally.
pretentious.
What, Mark Hamill?
Isn't, I was trying to think of the name of the guy who plays The Witcher.
Oh, no.
Henry Cavill?
Frick, their names are so similar!
Mark
right.
Hamill's more chosen than Henry Cavill.
But Mark Hamill is
actually.
very chosen. Like the fact that he was willing to go back and he like really feels love for the franchise of Star Wars and he's just like, raw, and that's Mark Hamill.
Okay, fair.
Sure, I'll lean
Also,
into that. I'll yes and
Henry
He wants to
Cavill-
play Luke Skywalker, then he wants to play the Joker.
That was
Then he wants to play Lord Ozai?
If anyone's with the Joker, they're a chosen.
Whoa.
That's true.
all of you have written down plenty of chosens here. Okay? This is really tough, especially since some of you included the same ones.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is here multiple times.
All 3 times.
Keanu Reeves is extremely chosen.
Yeah.
Courtney, you included Nicolas Cage, who is absolutely chosen.
Oh, that's good.
But Trevor put Germa, which is really incredible.
Okay, but I put Reese Witherspoon.
You did put Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah. What is Germa?
Germa is
also
a streamer and chosen.
He's like,
He's chosen as
And also arguably just me with just different clothing. It probably came down between Trevor and Courtney. And Courtney, however, your decision of who you eliminated as your chosen, it disappointed me. You eliminated one of the most impressive chosens.
My name is Spencer Agnew.
Which means I'm going to give the win to Trevor.
Yes!
That's crazy.
oh!
This is so big for me.
Congratulations, Trevor. You have passed one of many tests required to becoming a chosen. So you still have a long way to go.
To continue, I am ready.
Indeed. Let us know in the comments how you did on this test. Let us know what other famous people are chosen. And we will see you next time on Beppardy to test your knowledge of random shit. All right, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks, Choden.
Goodbye.
Choden.
Choden.
That
Bye.
was disrespectful.
No, it wasn't. I don't want to.
I would frickin' slice it in half. It wouldn't be hard. Didn't even frickin'. Frick the frick.